Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm Isa, and for today's video I tried to not look as horrible as I feel right now. I put on my favorite choker, my hair into a ponytail so it does not look as messy and bad, and some eyeliner which looks horrible and I kind of regret on putting it on, but I can't be bothered to take it off again. Because it's energy that I don't have. But as you can see from the title, this video is a little update on our current state of mind, on the state our system is in at the moment. So overall, a little update. So our girlfriend actually suggested that we could make a video about what we are feeling like right now, and I thought it was a good idea. It always helps me to talk about my feelings, because usually when I talk to family members or also other people, like, they usually never understand me. And I believe there are a lot of people and a lot of systems out there that can also agree with that when you talk about something, it's hard for other people that aren't able to experience or that don't know what you experience, and they can't even imagine what you're going through. It's hard for them to relate and really understand what you mean. So maybe some of you are able to understand what we're going through. Maybe some of you feel the same way and you feel alone and you feel like no one understands you, and you might feel understood by us today. Maybe you feel not alone, and that's kind of what we want to do with this channel. You aren't alone, and we also want to share all the facets of recovery. We aren't the first ones, and we're definitely not the only ones that will say to you and that will say to a lot of people, recovery isn't linear. Recovery has its ups and downs. And I know that no matter how often you hear it, no matter how many people tell you about it, when you're going through the breakdown, when you're going through the lows of recovery, when you had a relapse, it can feel like you're just back to the start, that everything you didn't matter at all, that you're never getting better, that just everything is for nothing. And I just want you to know that's not true. You're still worthy of everything. You're not worthless just because you have a low, just because you have a down. Whether it's for a few days, a few hours, a few weeks, a few months, a few years. You're still worthy and deserving of everything. And you also deserve to rest on these days. It's always very hard for me, especially, to accept that there are days and times where I need to rest. There's so much I want to accomplish, there's so much I want to do, and it just sucks that I can't. I physically can't, I mentally can't. And that sucks. And it really hurts me, because there are many things that I wish I could do. I wish I could go to work and have a job. I wish I would have been able to finish school instead of being in hospitals and everything. I wish I could do that, but it's not something I can control and not something I can change. And now when we do videos on here, it's kind of a passion now, and it really means a lot to me. So when I really can't do that and can't stick to the 2-day upload schedule we have, it just feels like it's just hard. It's hard for me to accept that, and especially after things seem to get a tiny bit better, it's always so frustrating and just hard to see. Well, that's not the case. Mental health is unpredictable, and it's not something you can control. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. You don't choose to get worse. You don't choose to have a down day. It's not something you can like sign up for. So don't beat yourself up because of that. It's not your fault. Right now, as a system, we're just learning to live. We're learning to live as a system with our disorders, with DID. We're learning to just kind of get up on our feet again. Like basic steps with taking care of ourselves, learning that how to deal with certain things, and just overall what we want. And it's, I'm sorry. Just always feels so overwhelming. I get easily overwhelmed. Okay. Sorry. And at the moment, we overall don't feel well. I have been Frontstuck for quite a while now. If you don't know what that means, it's within a system, it's the inability to switch. So one alter is stuck at the front, one alter is stuck with having control over the body and having to deal with all the situations for all the day. And our system usually switches a lot, and there are a lot of things that happened in the last weeks that I just really needed help with, not just from others, from our system members. There are things that are overwhelming for me. There are things that I am not able to deal with. There are things that just really crush me down in a way that, I don't know, it's hard to explain. Also, I know I don't know any of my alters personally besides Vivi and Edom, but still I am so grateful for all of them. They helped me survive, and they still help me to survive, and right now they're just, it feels like I'm all alone. And it feels like I am just left to fend for myself, kind of, and fight alone, and it just like brings up a lot of memories and a lot of flashbacks regarding being alone and having to always fight alone. So that's very hard. And it's hard to say you are not alone, because right now I feel very alone. But you are not alone, and I am not alone. And I try my best to stay positive, and I try my best to hold on. I even have like a diary. It's kind of a happiness diary. It's about like you can write down, it's like a planner, but you can write down what do I want to achieve today and what was great about today. And the last days I just put things like learning to appreciate what I'm doing, because I'm doing the best I can. And it's okay if it's just being able to cook for yourself. It's a big step for us. Or being able to eat something else than what we always eat for lunch. Making a little change. It's very overwhelming for me. But some days I can do that, and that's a big achievement. Replacing negative words with kind ones when I think about myself, just for a day. To distract myself with nice things instead of just being in a spiral of bad thoughts. I just want you all to know that you are lovely and you're not alone. Everyone has down days with recovery. And we just hope to be back as soon as possible. As soon as being back with our happy, energetic selves. I just wish you all the best weekend, and I love you. I love you all so much. Thank you.